Hi, in this one we're going to be talking about the string data type in Python, and in this section we'll be diving deeper into the string data type. First off, congratulations on reaching this section of the course. You've already learned a lot about Python and there's still so much more to learn. So let's just get on with it. Now, what we learned about the string data type is that anything within double quotes or single quotes in Python is considered to be a string or is considered to belong to the string data type. For example, in this case, Python written within double quotes is a string, and Python written within single quotes is also a string. That's pretty simple. Now let's just consider an example. Let's say we have a variable called name and we're storing the name Bella with an exclamation mark in it. Now we know that Bella with an exclamation mark is a string because it's written within double quotes. So how would you position each character in the string, or how would you name the position of each character in the string? For example, if I wanted to ask you that at what position is the A in Bella, in the string Bella, what would you say? Now you'd possibly say that B is at position 1, E at 2, L at 3, the other L at 4, and the A at 5. But that's not really true. Let's take a look at how are characters positioned in a string, or how do you index the characters in a string. Now in this case, we always start counting the characters from 0. So the B in Bella would be at position 0, the E would be at position 1, L at 2, the next L at 3, the A at 4, and finally the exclamation point at 5. So as a rule, just remember, whenever you're going to count the indices of a string, or you want to determine the location of a character in a string, you always start counting from the first alphabet of the string with the index 0, and then you go up to the last character. And that's why we have the numbers 0 through 5 in the index of the string Bella with an exclamation mark. So yeah, as we see that each alphabet and symbol in the string is a character. They're a single character. And as we spoke about strings in the last one, a string is a sequence of characters. So what you see here is BELLA with the exclamation mark is a sequence of characters. Now, if I wanted to print the alphabets in Bella, right? So if I just wanted to print, let's say, the exclamation point in Bella, or just the B from Bella, how would I do that? First off, I need to know the variable in which the string Bella is stored. In this case, the name of the variable is simply name. So what we do is, we'd say that the character at position 0 is B. So to refer to that character, you'd write name, and then you'd open a square bracket, put in the position of that character, and close the square bracket. So name at position 0 is B, or another way to say this is the character at position 0 in the variable name is B. Similarly, E would be name at position 1, and L would be name at position 2. The next L would be name at position 3, the A would be name at position 4, and the exclamation point would be name at position 5. It's that simple. Enough of theoretical knowledge. Let's jump onto PyCharm and actually put our theory into practice. Alright, so I'm hoping you've opened up PyCharm and you're following along in this video. Let's take a look at how to print each character of a string individually by referring to its index in the string. So first off, let's create a string called Bella. So let's create a variable called name, make that equal to BELLA with an exclamation mark, just the way we saw in our presentation. Now, we've got a variable name. It stores a string called Bella, and we know it's a string just because it is within double quotes. Just to prove that, we write print type of the variable name, and then we run it. Once we do that, we see that the variable name belongs to the class string, which means that it belongs to the string data type. So moving ahead, let's print out the B in Bella. In this case, what we're going to do is we're going to simply type the print statement because we want to print it out or display something. Inside the print statement, we're going to refer to the name of the variable, which is, in this case, simply name. So name, open our square bracket, and well, close it as well. And inside this, we talk about the position, or we mention the position of the B. So the position of the B is 0 because, as we spoke about it just a few minutes ago, we always start counting the positions of characters in a string from a 0. And since B is the first character, it is going to be at position 0. So inside this, these square brackets, we're just going to write a 0. And now when I run this, it says B right here in the output. Similarly, I'm going to copy this, paste this right here, and inside the name variable, I'm going to type 1, referring to position 1, and it gives me the E on position 1. Again, I'll print variable name at position 2, run it, it gives me an L. And finally, I'm simply just going to copy paste 2 more times, change this to 3, change this to 4, and 1 more time, change this to 5. So this should give me BELLA and the exclamation point all on separate lines. Let's do another example. I'm just going to remove this. Let's create a new variable. Let's talk about a drink and create a string called coffee, and also put an underscore, exclamation point, and a $sign. Now, you guys are going to be helping yourselves out in this exercise. I'll be doing the first 2 questions for you, and then the next 2 are on you. The first exercise is going to be to print the O in coffee. In this case, we'll simply type print, and then we'll type the name of the variable, which in this case is drink, our square brackets, and now let's count where does the O lie. So C is at position 0, and O is at position 1. So I'm simply going to type 1 here, click on run, and prints O. Now if I wanted to print the underscore in the coffee, let's see how to do that. So I'm just going to type print drink, and then I need to determine the position. So to do that, I'll do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the underscore seems to be at position 6, and that's what I type inside the parentheses here, and run it, and it gives me the underscore. Now, an exercise for you would be to print out the positions or the characters for the second F and the $sign, as well as the exclamation point. Your time starts now. Alright, I hope you were able to do that, but just in case you weren't, don't worry, it's pretty simple. So I'm just going to remove all of this from here right now. Let's take the first one. Let's print out the second F in the coffee. So that would be at position 0, 1, 2, and 3. So print drink at position 3. And then we run it, and we get the second F. Then we print drink at position, well, we need the exclamation point. So that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, right? So that's at position 7. So drink at position 7 should be the exclamation point, which is right. And finally, the $sign should be at position 8 because the exclamation point comes just before the $sign, and that is at position 7. So the next one should, well, logically be 8. So drink at position 8 should be the $sign, and that is what it is. And just as a small pointer, if you wanted to print the whole string out, you could simply write print and the name of the variable in which the string is stored, and then run it, and that prints out our whole string. I hope you guys understood how to actually take out individual characters from a string and print them, or refer to or point to individual characters of a string in this lesson. If you've got any questions, just put it down in the comment section, and my team or I would get back to you ASAP. Until then, just work with strings, practice this a little more, write some strings of your own, write some sentences of your own, and try to print individual characters out of those sentences out by yourself for more practice, and I'll see you in the next one.